What's up, Brian? Good to see you. Tate, how you doing? Hope everyone's having a good night. Yeah, it's been crazy. Crazy hot and humid here. I was working on we've been both working on the garden the last couple days. And man, we can only be out there for not very long. 15, 20 minutes maybe. We gotta go inside and cool off. Pouring sweat. Anyway, it's not very comfortable. Today was more of the same. We finally got the garden all weeded and cleaned up. It looks like a garden again. It was a little bit out of control. The greenhouse is still looking real good, but we didn't keep up on the garden as good as we should have. A lot this month, yeah. It's been raining a lot too. It's not for long periods of time, but when it does, it's been raining real hard. So here's where we left off. I haven't touched this since the other day, so I'm gonna start on the sheath for it today. Still need to sharpen it. I'm gonna save that for later. Thank you. I like that handle. It's a little thinner than most of the ones I do, but it's not too thin. Clean up in here so bad. I still got all the tools from working on that stupid lawnmower transmission in here. Oh man. I'm just trying to splash this thing. Where's some way more than I wanted. I wanted a little drop. Not even getting started. messing stuff up, making a mess. Let's try this again. I don't know where my blades are supposed to be in this toolbox, but they're not. I'm sure I got them out and left them out. Let's see, maybe this one, maybe the other side is new. Yep. I got lucky. I brought a Coke out here with me, but I was just drinking coffee, and I still have like the taste for it. I want coffee, but I didn't bring it. I can still taste coffee, and I want more. But I brought a Coke. Okay. Quickly running out of leather here. I was hoping to do 2 more sheaths. One for this knife I'm working on, and then one for this knife right here that I still got a lot to do. I worked on it on a stream a little bit. Red liners, black micarta. But I'm not sure this is going to be enough to do that. So, I mean, maybe. I don't know, maybe. This ain't the best spot down here. I'm gonna use this good area over here right now for this one. Yeah, that would be a shitty job, dude. Steve. Okay, which side? I would probably maybe get you guys in here a little better. You know, I'm not sure. It's either gonna, I mean, I only got one color of dye, So it's either going to be a natural color here, like it is. It'll get a little darker. I'm gonna oil it, or it's going to be light brown, and I haven't decided yet. I do want to order some different finishes, but I haven't yet, so that's what I got right now. Okay. There's a little, I don't know if I got it wet right there or what. It'll hopefully mostly be covered by the belt loop. Um, I'd like to get like an antique type finish that'll go good on the basket weave. It'll kind of stay darker um, in the textured areas. No, that's too far. I'm gonna set where my stitches are gonna be. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, I want to get some of that antiquing dye, but I haven't yet. I'm not actually cutting this line, dragging it backwards. You will see it. It will stay there. This isn't very straight. I don't know where my ruler went. I guess we're gonna use this. Sitting here just thinking about if I'm gonna dye it or not. Got that on my mind. I'm not sure. So, the green handle I feel like looks pretty good with both. I think maybe this next one here, it's gonna have the black and red. I should maybe have dyed brown sheath. So maybe I'll do this one natural and I'll dye the next one. And I'm a bit sad that guy. I thought he was gonna give me some more things to think about. The poop guy. I guess not. Cheers. It's a fireball. Kind of hit a little different right there. It wasn't very good. I do too. It's definitely one of my favorites. Not many people in here tonight. That's what I get for not being consistent. Let's set that aside for a minute. On. Alright, there's that piece. Okay. Too much stuff on here. I need to get this back further so I can see what I'm doing. I mean, that was pretty small. I feel like I messed up. I think I'm just tripping. I'm not tripping. That's definitely shorter than what it usually is. It's 3.5 inches, which should work. shot it a little there, but it'll be alright. Once it's got the stitches in there, it'll fill it in a little. I like the bevel. This part here is going to be sewn down, and this part here is going to be sewn down, but this is the part the belt goes through, so I like to bevel that, from there to there. Make it a little easier to slide your belt through. Kind of big something flying around in here. I can hear it bouncing off the walls. I just did the slicker on these edges just a little bit. I'll work on it some more tomorrow. When I soak it for the stamp, I feel like it's a little too wet for the edges to get them finished good. So I'll work them a little bit, and then tomorrow when it dries, I will wet just the edges a little bit. It makes it easier to work them a little. I'll even sand them a little bit. My hammer. Just slightly crooked. That's how you know it's handmade, I guess. Something about that one stamp, one with my little BS on there. I always make it crooked. this. I wanna. Alright, there's my belt loop and my welt. Set these to the side. Let them dry. I want to get this thing pretty wet, but I don't want to get it. I want the tape to stay on here. It's gonna get wet, even just through the leather, but try to not get too much on it from the backside. Thanks, Brian. Well, we got a couple people coming in now. Thanks for coming in, everybody. And leave a thumbs up, double tap that screen on your way through. I would appreciate it. Dirt or something getting on there from my sponge. It's starting to cool off a little bit in here now. It was pretty hot when I got out here. Cooling off outside, and I turn that little air conditioner on. It's finally cooling off. I might have to go turn it down here in a second. Alright, we'll let that soak in for a second. And we'll just assume that's enough and I'll start stamping. I'll do my narrower basket weave stamp. It's a little harder to keep straight than see, this is the one I had for the longest. It's hard to hold on to these sometimes. I duct tape that one. It's This one's a little easier to use, I feel like. But the smaller one kind of looks better if you get it done right, because there's not a lot of it going on this sheet. It's a small area. I'm gonna mark a line, even though I can never seem to stay on my line when I start. Oh, I gotta keep an eye on my battery too. It was not even close to charged when I started. Man, we just ain't getting a lot of chatters tonight. Usually someone come in and call me gay or something. Tell me about which knife OJ used. That's a pretty popular one that happens. Or ask me if that's like the OJ knife. And the one thing to do while you're letting this water soak in a little bit here. That's a little sip of Fireball. I'm not promoting getting wasted. This is all I brought out with me. Just filled this up with a little bit. I'm sitting here looking at it. I should move this up. I should try to stamp it up there, huh? Because then the comments aren't on top of it. Guess I'm still learning. Let's see what craziness is on YouTube. Yeah, the bottle was the best part. The drink that was in it was pretty gross. I took a little tiny sip of it and actually didn't even drink it. The bottle was the real score on that deal. Let's see. I don't really see any craziness on YouTube right now. I'm sure there is. I just saw my thumbnail again. I know I already used that thumbnail, and I'll probably use it again. I just like that one. Yeah, calm so far. Yeah, there's definitely something going on. I've been running some crazy stuff on there. I know I say that every time I'm live, but man, I just noticed. Got me that stupid tiller. Got me a blister. You can see my center line very good. Yeah, I need to mark it again. I'm gonna mess it up. Right on, Brian. Yeah, I mean, you ain't got to do that. I appreciate it, but it's not a big deal. I was probably complaining or something. All right, you can see it now. It's hard to mark it when it was dry. When it was there, you couldn't see it as good. All right, let's start. Actually, move this one closer so I can read it now. Oh shit! I try not to show my last bad habit, but I'm pretty sure I just did. I need to get one of them stupid mallets. Maybe that'll get me to quit missing and fucking it up. Something about when I'm on a live stream, I do that a lot. It happens when I'm not live too, but it happens way more when I'm live. Man, I think it hides it just enough. We're gonna be able to save it, but man, I was pretty sure that was a redo. I mean, I ain't finished yet. Still time to mess it up. What's up, James Johnson? How you doing? Hope you're having a good night, day, morning, whatever it is for you. I don't know if I can get one more. Where am I supposed to go? I'm supposed to go right there. Last time I hit the leather with a hammer on the live stream, I did it over here, and it was under the belt loop. I got away with that one. The time before that, it was down here, and I had to redo it. Night. I am on break from welding a roll case back together. Interesting. What is a roll case? I'm curious. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing this basket weave on this sheath here for this knife that I made. So it's kind of dusty because I covered it in oil because I kept spilling water over here. And I'm drinking a little bit of Fireball. What's up, Wickershire? I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. You know, I had some videos pop up of yours recently, or maybe, I don't know, recently, a month, a week, I don't know. Yeah, I'll wet it down. Probably hard to tell, but here, let me grab a piece. Here. It's a piece of leather, same leather. I just cut these out together, so you can kind of tell it's wet. This one's dry still. And then that's my stamp. And yeah, and sometimes when I fold them around, because this sheath gets folded in half, it will kind of pull some of the details out. But I find if I do it, usually what I do is once this is dry, I got tape on the back here that keeps it from smushing out too much and changing the shape. But when it dries, I'll pull the tape off and then I'll wet the center back here and fold it about halfway. And then I'll let that dry and then I'll do it again and it leaves more of the detail in. Actually, I'm trying to re-wet it just a little bit because it was drying up a little bit. Yeah, it stays pretty good once it dries. Like I said, when I fold it over, I'll show you. Specifically right here, this is the center. Can you see that line? Yeah, you can see that line. So the details right on this line here sometimes will they don't go away, but they're just not quite as pronounced. But yes, it does stay. I totally can see where I hit it right there with the hammer. Yeah, if you stretch it too much, yes. A little bit's not a big deal, but I'm folding it in half, so it's a lot. Again, I do find if I wet the back side and fold it about halfway, and then just kind of leave it like that, and then do the other half later, um, I keep more of my detail. So no, it depends. It's not as much about the hide. Well, it kind of is. Thickness and then the way that it's tanned. So this is veg tan leather. It's much like stiffer, and this is pretty thick stuff. It's much stiffer. The chrome tanned leather, it's more soft and supple and pliable. That stuff doesn't really cool. It's also not very good for your knives. The chemicals they use to tan it can be corrosive. Roll cases. Autocorrect. Yeah, see, I just don't know. I gotta look up what a roll cage. I see roll cage now. Okay. Aha. I gotcha. That makes sense. I know what a roll cage is. Yeah. You want thicker stuff. Pretty much any veg tan stuff is gonna be able to be stamped. But yeah, a little bit thicker will hold the stamps better. Yeah, autocorrect got you again, dude. But I saw the one before that. Ugh. And this isn't the most expensive leather. This is, I walked into a Tandy Leather and bought this stuff. Okay, where am I going? Right here. Watch when I'm hitting it with my hammer so I don't mess it up again. Yeah, I'm totally getting crooked. I got really crooked right there. I'm gonna try to straighten that up. Right here. What kind of, I don't know if you're still here, but what kind of, I'm assuming this is a car. What kind of car are we putting a roll cage in? I mean, I guess I don't know what else. I mean, I'm sure there's other things you put them in. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Definitely cars. One thing I've painted a few cars with roll cages, and it sucks. Painting roll cages sucks. Auto repair shop. I have modified car. I raced at a local circuit and wrecked in last Saturday, and they fixed it by Friday night. Right on. So it's a modified. Okay, I got you. I had a boss. Uh, he was a real asshole. And he raced. I think that's what he raced. It's modified. No, I mean no connection to you. I'm not saying you're an asshole, but he was. So he's trying to get ready to go racing Friday. No, I have not done a kukri. I'm laughing because I swear you ask me that every time. And it don't bother me. Keep asking. Maybe someday. Yeah, dirt track. Yeah, that's what he used to race. I kind of know what you're talking about. Pretty sure I know what a modified looks like. I was in Colorado. This dude I worked for. I don't think I'm getting this last one on here. Needs to go here. Let's see. It needs to go right here. And right here. These ones down here are kind of light too. Yeah. 16 to 20 inches. See, that's it's a little bigger than what I'm equipped to make. I think that would fit in my oven, but that's gonna be pushing the limits of what's gonna fit in my heat treat oven. And it's also gonna push the limits of my little 1 inch belt sander to make something. I'm pretty sure 16 inches would be okay. I'm not sure about 20. 12 to 14 is meh. Yeah. I mostly make smaller knives. Usually my blade lengths come out about 4-ish inches. Let's see what this one is. Yeah, this one's like 4 1/4 from the handle. And from where it will be sharp, yeah, it's going to be just like 4 1/16 or something. I messed the roll cage and panels up too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you gotta mess the panels up in order to get to the roll cage. But you just kind of beat those flat a couple times before you worry about it, right? Or not flat, but kind of pound them back out. Alright, I'm almost done with this. We'll go around this border with this little clamshell looking thing. And then it'll have to dry. And then tomorrow I can work on it again. Let's see, where do I want to start? I want to start right here. Alright, that ain't gonna work. I'll try to get the camera where you can see me better, but that's in the way. And me swinging the hammer, I'm gonna fuck it up. I mean, I still might, but I was for sure gonna like that. scared to look at the engine and transmission. Yeah, you'll find that out later. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, I haven't been doing too many wood. Well, I haven't done any wood handles lately. I've been doing a lot of this micarta. This is OD green canvas. I like this, is one of my favorites. But it's stable and it doesn't move around with humidity. So that's the one thing about wood is like where I am now, it's really humid. Where I used to live was really dry. So I had knives that I had made, and then when I shipped all my stuff out here, and I finally got them out a couple months after I got here, the handles were all bigger than the metal, and vice versa. So if I make a knife and I send it to someone, and they're not in the same climate as me, and then the climate changes too, depending on the time of year and whatever. Um, the handle might not fit right. I've done some with stabilized wood. It's a little better, but it's not. It's different than wood because it's almost got a plasticky feel. Yeah, if the engine and trans is messed up, you're gonna have to go to the junkyard. Well, hopefully it's not. Alright. Yeah, I can't blame her on that one. I don't forge, so I can't make Damascus. But I've thought about trying to buy some, get my hands on some, and make some knives out of it. But I haven't yet. It is quite expensive. And rightfully so. If I do buy some, I want to get it from someone that's good at making it. And there's a lot that goes into making it. It's not cheap. Yep. Let's see. That's my stitch and groove. How long have I been going? An hour and 23 minutes. That's not too bad. Get all this started from nothing. So here's this is gonna be. Oh God, I hope I did it right. Yeah, that's the front of the sheath. If I did it backwards, we were about to make a left-handed one. So yeah, that came out pretty nice. I think I'm gonna leave this one just natural leather color. The next one I'll do brown. So But I gotta let this dry overnight. And then tomorrow morning, I'll probably come out and start folding it around. Well, I'm not going live tomorrow. I'll start folding it around tomorrow, and then the next day, hopefully, I'll go live and I'll sew my belt loop on over here. And I'll fold this. I actually got to do that before I fold it. I like to sew the belt loop on when it's still flat. So I'll sew my belt loop on, then I'll fold it around, and we'll glue this in here. Glue it together. Flush up our edges a little bit close, and then I'll stitch it all, punch the holes and stitch it, and I'll get to use my new stitching pony there, and I'll oil it and put the top coat on. It'll be done. I'm on my 6th bottle of beer. Right on. I don't really drink beer. I got some Fireball in here. It's just about gone. It's just a little shooter bottle though. I've been kind of sipping on it. Hit that subscribe button, man. When I get to 2,000, I think I'm gonna do another knife giveaway. I did one when I hit 1,000 subscribers. So I'm about halfway. I don't know. I'm up close to 1,500. So I'll be doing another one sooner than later, hopefully. But yeah, there we are. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good night. I don't even know what time it is. It's 12 o'clock here, 12:15. My battery's almost dead. I'm gonna head inside and work on this some more the next time. Alright, y'all have a good one. It's good to see you, Worcestershire. Well, good to see all y'all, but I ain't seen him in a little bit. Yeah, I mean, for some people it's late. It's not that late for me. I got a couple more hours. You ran into shit. So, alright, later, y'all.